If you guys see something that says video has stopped recording, it just means it needs to be re-hit. So if you see that, then tell me.
What was the question?
How are you getting this information about wanting to study abroad?
Online, the study abroad person, he told me it's called ISEP.
Okay.
And he gave me one other website, and I just look on there to figure out how much it'll cost, what they do, and all that stuff.
Okay.
I want to go to India and study abroad.
Okay.
I haven't been looking into it, but I've always thought about going to India and studying abroad just to get a different culture and probably to see sights and get some good food.
When would be your ideal semester for going?
Fall semester.
2016. Yeah. Okay.
That's not bad. I think I would still want to either go to Japan or maybe Paris. And I would probably do that like near my senior year.
Attention Hell Hall, attention Hell Hall. 5th floor, you have room checks tomorrow at 6 p.m. I repeat, 5th floor, you have room checks at 6 p.m. tomorrow. And also, if you have not signed your zero tolerance form, please come down and sign them. Have a good night.
So where else? Yeah.
I said I would like to go to either Japan or Paris, strictly just for the cultural experience, and I like food too. So yeah, I would want to go just to kind of like have that, but I would go like more so near my senior year, so I can kind of like have that memory and then graduate with that too.
Yeah.
So.
I would go to Paris because I had a French teacher in my senior year of high school, and she was very involved. We used to eat food, and we used to talk about the culture all the time. So I just go for a better understanding.
Yeah. Everybody answer? Okay. Have you heard anything about TSU in general offering students the opportunity to study abroad? If you have, where and how did you hear about this information?
When I usually see about hearing people studying abroad, it's basically, you have to basically look around school.
Okay.
You have to really look around the campus to see where the flyers are posted in. You have to go to the specific department to talk to those people because usually their TSU goes abroad a lot. Even though you can go abroad, you can actually study in different places in the United States as well. So you just have to be in that point in time, just right in that area where they're supposed to post it and follow up with it.
Okay. Anybody else have any comments on that?
I personally have only seen like information about study abroad on their website, on TSU's website, just in that section. I haven't really looked into it that much, but I don't have anybody approaching me to tell me about it, nor have I really had a lot of people that have been broadcasting that. Like, if I go to the website, that's just like where I kind of just see it there, and that's really like my only experience with it.
Okay.
I've seen it posted around like the walls and too. I mean, the Student Center, you have Crouch, Humanities, and Boswell, but like announcing it, no. You have to like really stumble upon it, like really see it. So yeah.
I've probably seen it but haven't paid attention to it. But I know about it because the band director used to bring it up about these students that have gone on and what they've done. And he just bring it up, but never really like go in detail about how to actually do it.
Okay.
I've just seen flyers.
Okay. Does your respective college offer a study abroad program? So just from your understandings of what your college offers, just tell me if they offer a study abroad program, and if they do you know where they offer, like where you can go study?
I know they do, for sure, but the person to meet that's over everything, I don't know where to find the person.
Okay.
So yeah.
I have no knowledge if my college offers that. I'm pretty sure if they do, I would assume they would have a person tell us. But if they do, I'm not aware. That's not something that I know a great deal about.
I don't know either if they do offer us to go anywhere to study abroad because I haven't seen anything in Crouch. Usually our professors would tell us something like that, but we don't hear anything.
Okay.
So obviously they do. I just found out like a second ago, but I don't know who to go to.
Okay.
They do offer study abroad. It's in Crouch. If you go in the main building and make a left, it's right there. And
And they like you can go to China, you can go to Colombia, you can go to anywhere you want to go.
Okay. If offered the opportunity to study abroad, where would be your ideal location? I kind of asked this question before, but I kind of just want to know where would you really want to study? Like where would you want to learn? Because you also, yeah, where would you want to earn credit? And what is the reasoning for that location, kind of? If you haven't already gone over it. I know you've said Japan, yeah, both of you all, but anybody have any
I was gonna say
different?
China.
Okay.
I just love different people, but I just love the language as well. Even though it's really one of the hardest languages to learn, it's a challenge for me to really try to learn it. So I'll pick China.
Okay.
I'd still go to Paris.
Okay.
In other words, I'll pick to go to the UK.
Okay.
Because, their criminal justice system is way different from ours, but all our stuff derived from their criminal justice system.
Right.
So learning a different way of policing and learning how their court system works is probably a better thing, because I still think they still got old men with white wigs on their heads sitting in front of you. So that's the place I would want to go.
I would choose either Puerto Rico or Honduras. Honduras for like mountains, and just both for the language.
I think I keep the same place.
Okay.
Just because that's what has my interest right now. So that's somewhere I think I would really want to go. Yeah.
Okay, so one of my next questions would be since study abroad doesn't seem to be in everybody's forefront of their mind, kind of, just because it's not really portrayed here at TSU often, do you think if you had a professor or a teacher or a staff member who kind of put this on you and kind of influenced, like, hey, study abroad, like we have this, kind of reminded you all the time, or kind of like gave you just more information or a pinpoint person to go to, do you think you would kind of go find out these certain things and find out the programs that are offered like more? Or
if somebody was pushing me to it, I would be more inclined, because at least it shows that somebody cares enough to say, hey, we got this going on at school, versus them expecting you to kind of expound upon it yourself. At least if I know there's somebody backing me up and making sure I get that information, then I would like to have more access to it.
It's just it's just a simple thing, it's the interest. Like if my professor would have told me like, okay, you can go study criminal justice in this country and get a better understanding and still earn college credits.
Right.
You're learning something different and going overseas and not being at home. So
right.
It's just interest for me. It's like it'll pique my interest basically.
Yeah, same as what he said. If any of my professors were to say like, you can work for a firm here but also take school there, I'll take the opportunity to go there.
The opportunity presents itself.
Yeah.
Pretty much what they were saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and then my last question, sorry guys, would be what would be the largest barrier or endeavor that you would kind of have to overcome to just go study abroad, other than money? Mention money, but if you do mention money, just mention another barrier that you think might be one of your barriers for going.
I'll say language for money.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I think mine would be it would be language, just because I know the country that I want to go to. I wouldn't understand anything that they say, but it would be definitely language, and of course money.
Okay.
Mine would be language and culture. You see, by going to Japan, they usually dress a certain type of way and act a certain type of way. Even though I like those things, but I probably wouldn't be able to fit in because I'm so much different from them.
Right.
Like you see how I'm dressed right now, they probably wouldn't dress like this. They probably have on a pair of jeans and a collar shirt right now, and some loafers. You see, I probably have some flip flops and some shorts. So I would be fine with it. And language too, understanding Japanese is probably one of the most complex languages in the world, other than Arabic. It'll be hard to learn, to understand what they're saying too.
Yeah, language. Besides language.
Mine would be, language, but since I already know a good amount of Spanish, it wouldn't be that hard, but leaving my family, that would be big for me.
Okay. One last, sorry. Okay. What would be your recommendation for TSU to get the word out about the study abroad opportunities, because they are there? It's just that students are kind of mentioned, like it's mentioned to students, but after that it's kind of like a dead end or stuff like that, or they don't know who to go find, and it's kind of like a maze trying to find, okay, the right people, and then when it comes to the deadlines and stuff like that, it can kind of get kind of mixed up. So what would be your #1 recommendation for TSU for getting the word out about study abroad to their students, instead of like flyers and stuff like that?
I think the best way to do is like announce it or just make it happen during the career fair.
Okay.
So I think that would be the best way to give students to see that opportunity.
I think whenever you're going through like getting classes or when you're getting advised, maybe your advisor can bring it up to you,
Yeah.
or somebody in your department, they can like mention it to where they're like, hey, you know, by the way, study abroad over here. You know,
Yeah.
just take the initiative to kind of make it seem interesting too. Don't just say it like, oh, we got to study abroad, you guys. Like, because nobody's going to go off of that unless you're kind of dull too. But just to kind of have it where it's accessible, but you still get information about like where to go from like your department and stuff.
I agree with the department and people like with advisement telling you, but also social media, because we can't really stay off our phones. So I think if they put it out through social media, through Twitter or Instagram, whatever, it would help people
Okay.
out.
Yeah.
It's just like, you should have just like a specialized day, just like to just push it out.
Explore, study
Yeah,
abroad.
just push it
Okay.
out there, and just like, instead of having like a career fair, have a study abroad fair.
Yeah.
Like somebody
Yeah.
from a different, or basically from a different country, talk about the university in their country at each different table, and just like, you can go around and pick. But they just need to push it more instead of just advertising it just by putting papers on the wall.
Yeah.
They should like conceptualize, like to make every professor just like push
Have
it.
to say it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
push it towards them, because we mostly don't hear about it unless we see one of our
Peers.
peers go come back and be like, hey, I went to Columbia. It was still good, but I didn't know nothing that you.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, pretty much what they said. All right. Well, thank you everybody for participating.
No problem.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Cut.
And we're done.
Thanks, guys, so
You're
much,
welcome.
especially the people who's round 2. Jeez.